One. Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Slash Chat Podcast, episode 41.
God, we're old.
I know, right? Oh my god. Ugh.
I don't know
Oh,
what
I
you're
have
talking
a panda nose in my way. Yeah, fuck.
about.
So,
Twitch says we're still offline.
It'll give it a minute.
Yeah, it has to go there, come back. All that.
It takes 9 years.
yeah,
It
totally.
lies.
So yes. How have you guys been this week? How's things?
Things for me have been crazy.
Crazy.
So I-
Me too, kind of.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I've had a lot of different stuff going on, but it's been fun. I actually got sleep today.
Yay!
I'm not quite sure how to
Sleep!
function with sleep
Sleep.
anymore.
Oh my god.
It's good. You can come up with terrible plots for your players. That's what you can do.
Sleep.
Oh, I already did, and I got one to share today.
So, Alex, what have you been up to this week? Why are you in a new location? What you doing?
I told you about that.
He's broadcasting from a secret bunker,
Yes, totally.
an undisclosed location.
I told you what's happening this week.
You
Yeah,
were visiting
but-
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
but the people watching this might
Not know.
I told them that on the feed.
Well, guess what? Tell them again. That's how TV
Yeah.
works.
I'm in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
this week. I'm visiting for my
Yay.
sister's graduation. I'm reporting from my family room instead of away from my. It feels bad being away from my desktop. I feel like I can't work on videos. I can't play PC games. I can't stream. I'm just like
That sounds
Yeah,
horrific.
yeah,
It
he's
scares the
eating
shit
on
out
his
of me.
desktop.
Scares the shit
I
out
have
of me.
my 3DS. And oh my god, this laptop just isn't running good. I've had this since before I went to college, so it's
Oh,
I have one of those.
it's chugging. I'm gonna need to get a new one. Maybe I'll get a Chromebook at some point, but not right now. I'm dealing with this one. I got news that I received a full-time job.
Yay!
Holy shit, man. What'd you get?
excellent. Awesome.
I'm gonna be writing commercial copy for a company out in Wentzville, Missouri.
Neat.
Cool.
And it's good paying and it gives me benefits and I'm nervous, but
We're talking like TV commercial copy?
like web copy.
Oh, I was going to say, because I work with people who do that all the time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be good because I'll be able to have money and I'll be able to get a better apartment and I'll be able to get my friend what the fuck got from his place because he has his own issues that are going on right now. But and he's in school too. It would be a lot easier for us to do our let's plays. But right now I'm in Pittsburgh, in my secret Pittsburgh bunker,
Yes.
aka my family room.
That's not secret now if you tell people.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't know where in Pittsburgh. It could be in downtown Pittsburgh. It could be right next door to anyone who happens to live in Pittsburgh, which I know is at least one of you. The rest of you live around the surrounding area, except Cardinal, who lives in a secret Australian bunker hiding from the evil kangaroo
See,
monsters. And
I can tell
various
you it's
creatures.
Australia, but you ain't gonna be able to find it.
Right?
We can find it on a
That's
map, and
because
that's
all
the
of you-
closest we're getting, because we'll
No
die.
one is going to be able to find where you are in Australia because you're all hiding from all of the monsters that live on your continent.
Oh, just believe it. We're your secret protectors and you know it. Without us, you'd all be dead.
You Australians have balls of steel, balls and or ovaries of steel. So
Nicely
between
said,
that,
sir.
the not very. I've been kind of working on a video game video for a while, but not right now. I'm still kind of in shell shock from getting this job because I honestly, I'm really. it's a
Awesome.
good
Well,
pay-
you know what?
it's good-
Heartfelt congratulations to you, buddy.
What?
You deserve it. Go out. do
Yeah,
this.
it's a good feeling because I've been working on this for months, but finally
Yeah.
it's gonna.
And you know, they wouldn't hire you if they didn't think you couldn't do it.
That's a good point. Everyone's saying that, and I'm just like, you're right. Yeah. But as far as the games go, there hasn't been too much. I've kind of been dabbling in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Still kind of going back to Hotline Miami 2 after the review, just because it is an amazing game. It is just so stylized, and that soundtrack. I got a review copy, so it didn't cost me anything. But after that, I went right to Steam and I bought the soundtrack, $15. And Cat, why are your paws? Cat
Because
paws.
it's hilarious.
It's Panda.
And
Panda
us.
paws.
Cat paws.
Panda paws.
She's
You're a
weird.
cat. You're a cat.
She's a cat pretending to be a panda for the day.
Like what?
Yeah.
As I was saying,
The cat who's slain a panda.
yeah, she's wearing
Wearing
its
its
goodbye.
head as a glorious trophy.
But I started Beyond Good and Evil HD not this last Saturday, but the Saturday before. That's a very interesting game. I missed out on it the first time around, and I can see why people want Beyond Good and Evil 2 to finally come out, but Ubisoft is to be Ubisoft. The Let's Plays have mostly been on my mind right now. Me and my friend Matt are trying to keep things catch up with all of the back episodes we have. And the Sonic Boom playthrough is nearly fully uploaded. We just have one more episode left to go, and then we're probably going to have a highlight reel of sorts. And then we got some other games, and we have an idea of the next game we're going to play, and we'll have some one-shots here and there. So there's a lot on the plate for that, and I'm working on my own channel. Not too much else. As far as the anime, I am so far behind on Log Horizon.
Yeah,
Behind
too.
on Kill la Kill. I'm trying to get back into that too. I really haven't been.
The last
What am I-
episodes of things dropped this week.
Yeah.
Ooh. So
Oh,
now would be the
God.
time to catch up, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Oh, so much work.
Mhm.
I've just been watching YouTube. I've just been watching stuff on YouTube and reaching
good.
for my drink.
It's all the cardio you need, just reaching back forth from your desk. You know, just
It's but being away from my desktop makes me feel like I'm not getting anything accomplished.
We're not.
Even though
It's okay.
this is the point in my life where I clearly have accomplished the most. I got the job and I got this freaking awesome camcorder, which I'm going to do to record my sister's graduation showcase on Thursday. And I'm like, hey, I want to make videos. I want to make Let's Play episodes, but I can't do it because I'm away. I feel so unproductive here in my bunker. So this is that. That's what's been going
Fear
on.
the panda with the imposable thumbs.
Fuck. That'd be horrifying.
They would rule the world.
Pandas are nice. They're not like dolphins.
This looks so weird though.
Pandas are
Yes, it does.
pandas are one of the dumbest bears on the planet.
They
And I don't mean
bears.
well. Whatever they are, they're
They
wasn't
were
intelligent.
that-
closely related to raccoons.
That it actually
Yeah.
really explains a lot. They have to have assistants to procreate. They actually can't do it on their own. They're not smart enough, really.
Come on, man. Can
What did
you
they
get
do
enough of
before
someone
us?
watching you try to bone your girlfriend?
Say
There's
what?
some guy sitting there getting ready to take her rectal temperature, and you're like, come on, man, I'm trying to. Really? Come on.
I can't imagine the
I mean,
amount
I
of
suppose
embarrassment. I
something
can't
like
imagine
that,
the amount of embarrassment someone has to endure when saying, "I need help having sex with my girlfriend."
Also, they're taking two pandas and
Well,
putting
you
them in a
quote.
room. How do they know one of them is, into the opposite sex? Maybe one of them's gay. Maybe they don't like each other. Maybe, one's like,
Maybe they want to be
I don't-
extinct.
I like your perfume. I don't like your
Panda
cologne.
just turns
Well,
to the guy and goes, "Kill me."
Oh no.
I need help having sex with my. I just can't imagine. Like, what are you supposed to? How do you respond to that? Like, what do you mean need help?
Give it a couple years, man. You'll need help. It'll be pills.
Like, do you need help on a chemical level? Do you need Viagra? Do you need help like getting on top of the bed? Like, what do you mean help? And the panda's just like, I just need help.
So sad.
Oh no. That's so wrong.
So,
I don't remember how we got on the topic of my new job and then moving on to whatever now. So
At least it's not hentai this time, man.
I have a feeling I think
Okay.
Kat planned that. Kat planned that with her crazy panda hat. So we're just gonna move on.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Not at all. Oh, that's totally me next, isn't it? This week, stupidly crazy for me. Got put on a brand new campaign at work. Got told if I kept doing as well as I'm doing, I will be a team leader by the end of the week.
yay!
Oh, yeah.
Charge of actual people. It's kind of strange. So that's interesting. Especially
Little
if
bit.
on a campaign that when I was hired, I'm like, I don't want to do that. Don't put me on it, and then they put me on it. So I guess that worked in my favor a little. I don't know how. Other than that, still tinkering with the computer, like always, getting new parts and things for that to make it awesome. Next on the list is going to be high-speed RAM. Yay! My
Nice.
computer's sort of like, it's good, but it's been bottlenecked by shitty RAM at the moment because I bought cheap, low
This
speed, low
class
profile.
chat is intended for mature audiences. Just ask me.
Yes, it is from two audiences.
No, it's intended for immature audiences because we're
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Have
those.
you watched this podcast?
What are you talking about?
that's
We
the
are the
point.
most mature ever.
Like, I know, right? Other than that, the games we're playing is Arma 3, because I'm addicted to that at the moment. All of the stalking and
What
killing
game is that?
hilarious.
What
Arma
was
3.
it? I don't think I've heard of that.
Arma 3. Yeah, it's
Arma?
it's a decent game. Crazy sort of physics engine. It's a shooter, so you can be first person / third person. You can swap between it at will. And it's crazy how not aware some people are in that game. I could just sit there in a bush going, everybody dies. But, fun
Isn't
times.
that, I don't mean to sound racist or whatever it would be, but isn't that how
Oh.
Australians would normally do it? Just like
Yeah.
hide in a bush and then murder things outside of your bush?
Exactly. Because that's how it works anyway. So you need
Or more appropriately, reach out and knife somebody and then drag them back into your bush.
I'd do that, but you can't knife people in this game, unfortunately.
Aw.
But whenever I would play Call of Duty, that was my thing. I would just hide around corners and run around and knife people. That was my thing. So I guess it's somewhat appropriate. But yeah, that was my week. It's crazy and awesome at the same time. Yeah.
I like 46. Anyway.
So, Josh, what has your week been up
It
to?
was a good one.
My week has been busy. Thankfully, Karth, you don't have to deal with this, but in the States, it's March Madness, which is big-ass basketball tournament that everyone goes crazy over. People make brackets and bet lots of money on it, and tons of people who are not in this podcast, or probably those watching really, lose lots of hours at work, and just it's basketball for like 3 weeks long, and that's all I've been doing.
Oh, no.
So long ass director shift.
Basketball.
One night my shift started at like 3 p.m. and it ended at like 2 a.m. something like that. Just because all of our shows got delayed because of basketball. So long shifts at work. I haven't really been doing a whole lot else. I found
You've been cranking out a bunch of videos on your channel.
I put out a couple. I beat the human campaign on Alien versus Predator. The second video's up. I'm still working around with OBS, but yeah, I have webcam in my videos now. Haha. Neat. I am gonna improve those even further as I go, but I'm actually kind of proud the way that turned out. That was like 6 hours of gameplay condensed into like 10 minutes.
Really?
And I don't think I lost a whole lot. I mean, it was just like you get in a vibe of shooting and you get the vibe of gameplay. And I don't want this game to be too many videos long. I want to move on to something new. But each video from here on in is actually going to be one of the different races. So it shouldn't feel too samey. It's actually different enough that it'll hopefully it'll be cool. Besides that, still a lot of Destiny going on. I've discovered that Hunter is the one true class that I needed to play from the start, so I'm actually re-rolling, and it's way too fun shanking people and turning invisible and doing
Yes,
all
it
kinds
is.
of crazy shit like that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's my favorite class.
And they're the coolest looking sons of bitches.
Mm.
They are. It's not even fair because they get all the shit that they kill, and they have like the bone necklaces and shit,
Yeah.
and they got the little like the cloak and the hood over like military armor. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm still running with the clerk from Crotus, right? It looks like crazy, like it's made out of the freaking hive or something.
yeah. There's
There's-
one. This is the fly one.
I think it's like Lord of the Flies or something like that.
Yeah, because it looks like you have big like fly wings draped down your
Yeah.
back. It looks pretty neat. But
That's the one.
so I'm getting back into that. I didn't think that me, of all people, would get tired of playing a Titan, the one that runs up and punches people. But honestly, I'm having more fun with this, and this is probably how it's going to wind up. So that's going to be a lot of what's going on with the stream. And what else? Still playing a bit of Dragon Age. Still playing a little bit of Dying Light. I still am eyeballing Assassin's Creed Unity, but I can't bring myself to put it in the goddamn PlayStation. Just can't do it.
Don't do it.
It's going to happen someday because the fucking machine will actually run the game properly. But other than that, a lot of work. Oh yeah, and Shadowrun happened, but I assume that's going to be a whole different section. I attended one of those games, and it was a good
Hopefully.
time. And I've been slowly eyeing a character that I'm going to make for this.
Vampire the Masquerade.
It is
Very
finally
cool.
going to happen again. It's going to be awesome.
I have played that before. It is fun.
All of
It
my
is a lot of
bitching and
fun.
complaining. Yay!
That is
Oh,
not, your bitching
It's
and
something you
complaining
excel at.
is not actually the reason I am excited for this or really wanted to play this in the first place. I wanted to do something different with that, so I'm going to try, and we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah. We'll get to that in the gaming section.
yeah, exactly. But other than that, kind of keeping up with news and stuff. But like I said, basketball has been my life, and that's been unfortunate, and I haven't been able to keep up with much else. So that is what I have been up to for the last week or so, and probably going to be working on the next part of my videos after that. But you guys will see the fruits of those labors probably by next week, I think. And that's
Tio,
it for me.
My
Tio,
turn.
what you been up to?
Well, the Shadowrun stuff that we'll go over during the gaming section and science section later. Oh, sorry, I slept about 12 hours today because I couldn't get into the machine shop, so which was good, but also slightly disappointing. I finished all of my machining work for the semester, except for about a day's worth of grinding. So they kind of said, well, work on whatever you want to work on, just, as long as you're still practicing applicable skills. And I looked over at the scrap rack and said, hey, there's titanium over there. Can I play with that? Find out what it's like to machine titanium. And he's like, well, you haven't broken anything yet, so sure, go ahead. And so we have this chunk of titanium that's about 5.5 inches by about 7 inches, 5.5 diameter. For those of you that don't know much about metals, that's about probably $1,500 to $2,000 worth of metal right there.
Fuck.
But it's a drop that was donated by a company. They couldn't use it, and they donated it to us as a tax write-off because that's a nice tax write-off. But he didn't trust anyone else not to, break the machines, which
Right.
the rant from the other week.
With the lathes.
So to shorten the story up a little bit, I started making an arc reactor because that's what I do when you give me a large cylindrical piece of metal. But it's like 5.5 inches diameter. So I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with an arc reactor this big? And I have figured out what I'm going to do. It's not going to get done first, but I want to make a Hulkbuster. Because if I'm making an insane, $500 arc reactor, I should have an insane suit to put it in. So I'm going to make like an 8-foot tall Iron Man suit to put a, almost 6-inch diameter arc reactor in.
Yes.
So that's fun. And
Can
titanium.
you do us a favor
What
and
the
either have
machine?
like a picture log or a video log? That would be the awesomest build log.
Yeah, I need to start taking my tablet in with me
Oh,
to school
God.
so I can actually tape some of the stuff going on.
Dude, some of the shit you do, I think, personally, I would like to see how that works because
It's titanium is really hard to machine because you've got it spinning in the lathe, and you take the tool into the working piece. As soon as you start making a cut, you cannot stop because if you break off the wrong way or if you slow down too much, it instantly work hardens, and titanium is harder than any steel. So you'll just chew through tool bits. And actually, the piece we were working on, I had to deal with a place where it was work hardened because of whatever they were originally making with it. And it was really annoying because you've got I'm not quite sure where my camera is, so if I'm a little off on these, I apologize. You have an area like this where this area up here is work hardened. So I actually had to come in up over top and then come in on the other side. So it made like a crater and then come in underneath and chip that part off. And that took about an hour and a half just to do that. I mean,
Sounds
you
irritating as hell.
can only take off 20 thousandths of an inch at a time when you're working with this stuff. It's not fun, but it'll be worth it in the end. So then I'll have brass, I'll have stainless, I'll have plastic, I'll have aluminum, and I'll have titanium. Now I just need one out of tungsten, and I'm good to go. But I can't play with tungsten because the best bits we have are tungsten carbide, so that won't work. Other than that, running a Shadowrun game. I still have no idea what Jeremy is talking about.
Badass machining, that's what.
Yeah,
Oh god.
I'm almost afraid to click on this link, but I'm going to.
It's appropriate. It's appropriate.
Hold on, I want to see what this is real quick.
Nara never fails.
Oh my. Anyway, but yeah,
Kinda
we're
stay on in
just
the
talking
background.
about the wonders of trying to work with very difficult metals. But yeah, so I'm going to make a Hulkbuster suit after I get the other ones done, but I've got some success going with that. Running a Shadowrun game.
Pretty soon a VTM game.
Yeah, pretty soon a VTM game. Oh boy, I get to come up with convoluted plots now. You guys are screwed.
Convoluted, I think I can do.
Oh my. I'm just reading chat, sorry. Okay,
Nara is just being Nara.
yeah, apparently. We missed you, Nara.
It's a winner.
Got all the stuff moved in the gym so I can start building more Ninja Warrior obstacles, like the warped wall and a couple parkour things. Yeah, not a whole lot else. Remember.
So this week I've been eating donuts
And almost dying.
and almost dying. No,
Why
legit,
did you
I almost died.
That happens
Why?
every time she eats donuts. You are not allowed to eat donuts. At least the powdered kind.
You're eating
So-
powdered donuts right now, aren't you? Yes, she is.
So now I'm curious, what the hell happens?
You're just gonna see us
She
bolt of
starts
lightning
eating.
come in.
And she inhales the powder. I guess she
So no, legit, if I'm taking a bite of donut, as I start to inhale, has anyone done the cinnamon challenge and the reason you start choking because of all the dust of the cinnamon?
I don't do challenges because
I don't know.
But you've seen him.
But
yeah, they snort cinnamon, then they go. Why did I do that?
They try to eat it.
It was so stupid.
so essentially that's what happens, except for
But
with
don't
it's
inhale
with
when
donuts.
you're eating.
Well, I try not to anymore.
But I did not inhale. I need you old enough to get that reference.
Oh, that's an old thing now. I feel
Why did I
bad.
do that? That was such a stupid thing to do. When everyone else did it, it was a stupid thing to do too. Why did I do it? Because you're stupid.
But anywho,
What are you doing?
I like laying
Still-
down.
still
When I'm
talking
doing
about
this
the
in my
cinnamon challenge.
this chair, I can lay
He's got
down.
a recliner. He can.
I
yeah.
can lay down in podcasts. Let me just turn my camera down. Let's do that.
Yeah, we
Lay down in
This is the
podcast.
most-
Not anymore.
This is the most comfortable way to go.
It's casual time with Alex.
All of
He's fielding your questions
Oh
now.
yeah.
I don't want to be a thief.
Yes! Points.
Oh, so good. You just ruined his entire relaxation.
Oh,
But-
it's okay.
I
So-
kind of set myself up for that.
No, I legit started choking on a powdered donut again this week and nearly died.
You were choking on a powdered
I
donut.
think we need to
Oh
ban
yeah,
this.
Alex. Oh yeah.
Choking on a powdered donut.
But-
Oh, I'm gonna stop that. That's gonna get old real fast.
so
That'll get old real.
thanks to Ito, he's gonna pull a Shiba and just start rubbing his nipples.
That's disgusting. I would never.
Oh my god. So
Shit, nah.
So, yeah, went to a concert last Thursday, which was awesome. Went to see Excision, and Excision was awesome.
Wait, the dubstep dude?
Yeah,
The dubstep dude.
massive reverb though. Like,
Let me guess. I bet there was like Schism there and Noisia and Kill the Noise. And
no, it was actually 3 opening DJs. The first one I
such grub wub.
don't remember like who it was, but then the second one was a DJ called Minnesota, and
Nice.
You okay?
the weird, like, the way they wrote their name, it had like double slashes in everything, so I kept reading it as Mini Sofa, not Minnesota.
Well, neither of those names are particularly intimidating from a dubstep
Right.
artist level.
I was just like,
Needs more X's because dubstep artists have X's.
Or cowbell.
so
Dubstep cowbell, I like that.
then the
I don't
second,
think that genre's been cornered yet.
no, the third opening DJ was Proto Hype,
Oh my god.
which actually
hilarious.
wasn't all that bad. Dubstep, a genre created by
Oh.
Optimus Prime, fucking a fax machine fan fiction.
And it's a 3-way, and the third one is like a 56K modem making that same sound. So you got Optimus Prime, it's like, I'm fucking this fax machine. I'm Optimus Prime. And then the modem is just going.
Okay.
And I don't know what sound-
how deep we're getting into this concept. here.
And the fax machine is just making dial tones.
See, now every time I get a fucking fax machine
Give me
at
your
work, it's all I'm
number,
gonna
baby.
remember.
Optimus Prime. Oh.
Do
I'm
good.
gonna put your number in, baby. I'm Optimus Prime.
No, he's making the fax at the speed of
So instead of a fax machine, would that make it a fat machine?
that machine.
I want to go.
But Rayson,
I wanna go.
Anymore.
Autobots roll.
oh goddamn.
I'm an adult.
And then just the random face of Michael Bay and explosions everywhere.
Yeah, totally. This needs to happen now.
Well, that makes
No,
sense.
no, it doesn't. Nothing involving Michael Bay needs to happen.
Optimus Prime with having sex with a fax machine and explosions.
Are we still
I
on
think-
this?
I think Michael
You won't let
Bay.
it go.
I think Michael Bay knows a thing or two about explosions.
Alex just took it and ran as
Yeah,
hard
I
as
think
he
about
could.
Be careful, because they are making another Transformers, and if Michael Bay hears about this, he might try to do it.
So be like,
Yeah,
this guy made a sex
all it is.
joke about explosions. I can do that because that's how Michael Bay talks, I guess.
Oh,
Apparently.
God.
If he wants to, Nara, if you need ideas for your fan fiction, you can provide them. But this is your project. This is your project, so you have creative control over what Optimus Prime does to this fax machine.
If this stays on, I swear to God, I will fuck up this layout. Best friend of the
Hey,
town.
that was Nara's idea. We're
So can I tell about my week?
we moved from.
I think Alex just did.
Yeah,
Oh, that must have been a very interesting week. Do you have pictures?
I do actually.
No,
Awesome.
Nara, this is your project. I would never do something so sick and twisted like that.
So
You just did though, so
yeah, so after
But to be fair, Kat, you can't be a dubstep producer without an X in your name or the word kill.
well, that's what Excision does.
That's why
the whole
Minnesota
whole
is such a
access,
funny name. It sounds so yuppie, so hipster yuppie.
right?
Does he talk like, I'm from Minnesota and I'm a dubstep producer? Listen to my wubs.
No, actually, he tried to do a lot of like rap wubs,
Oh god,
like rap
that must have been
remixes of
terrible.
wubs. They
wasn't
were.
any
It
good?
was awful. Everyone just like stopped dancing and was like, "Can we just get him the fuck off the stage
Oh,
now,
that poor
please?"
guy. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
man.
easy being an opening act that no one likes. Like I've seen that. But was Excision good?
Excision was amazing. Actually, let's see.
I only know them because they did a song with Korn on that Korn dubstep album that really wasn't very good.
No,
There were like three.
But that wasn't.
There were like three good
What?
songs on that. That's
There was
right.
like that's the first time I ever heard of Skrillex was through that album. And
Yep.
did you dress up?
all I can see is
not
like
really.
a no sound sign.
Usually you dress up for your little concerts, your little dresses or whatever. I can't see.
All the
There's so much
lights.
glitter.
All of them.
Wow, everyone's really having a party there.
Yeah.
Let me see the song that Excision did. It was My Wall. Yeah, it's not good. Illuminati was a different song. Turn your brain off.
like the best thing of Excision is the fact that they do like amazing like special effects like this.
Right.
It's all one giant screen, and like they do amazing. The projector is huge. The projector it takes to actually run this is just massive. And where you see like
He's not wrong. The show
True.
should come with a seizure warning.
All of them flashing lights.
Are you scaring off the viewers with your seizure?
No, we're actually getting
Very
more.
possible.
Oddly.
but I'm
No,
just
my dubstep stage name would be so much cooler than that. You know it. You guys
you can
already
see-
know what my dubstep name
Can you
is.
see
Cat
the
Skrillex.
the DJ is actually inside. Like he's inside the
Yeah,
machine.
can't really see it.
He's not real. He's just a computer program like
But yeah.
Miku
Okay.
Hatsune.
It was awesome. It was an
Excision
amazing
is
show.
Miku Hatsune confirmed.
Aww.
But
Nara, you know
Yeah.
that I am Cat Skrillex, right? You know that, right? I am the only Cat Skrillex on the internet because I made that image myself.
I'm probably the only person that goes to dubstep concerts and does not take a ton of ecstasy. Probably, honestly.
That is a lie.
Oh, I'm
because
fuzzy.
You know that you take ecstasy, Nara. No, you do. Don't lie to us.
No, he said I'm the only one who.
You?
Yeah, I'm the only one who doesn't take ecstasy going to dubstep concerts.
Okay, I don't believe that either.
Actually, I've never taken ecstasy ever.
Well, there you go.
Well, what's close to ecstasy?
I don't know. Nothing really. It's bad. It's all
Actually, in
bad.
retrospect, you're probably right. You don't seem like someone who would take ecstasy. Nara probably steals all your ecstasy and takes it.
Right. So, yeah. So
I'm not
after
even really a fan of Skrillex.
after the concert,
Jesus.
seeing that we're already 34 minutes
Wow.
in.
Yeah, you should finish your story already. Stop.
After after the concert. I ended up streaming right afterwards, and it was the biggest stream that I've had on record.
What were you streaming?
How many people?
In total, I think our cap was at 150 some people.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
We had several Twitch admins. We had several staff. Amazing. Just the presence of people that we had in chat was phenomenal. I was just like broke down crying. On top of it all, I was healing a dungeon and like let the tank die like several fucking times throughout this entire thing. But yeah, because raids, because Joy Girl had raided and Jack Lafear had raided.
Raids do it.
And each one brought in like 100 plus people, and it was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Right.
So after concert for that, like literally, I was on a stream high all weekend, like all weekend long. I was like, yeah.
You streamed today, right?
Yeah, I streamed earlier today. I did
What did you stream then?
Final Fantasy 14.
What did you stream that had the bunch of people? What did you raid?
Oh, Final Fantasy 14.
No, like what dungeon?
No, it didn't.
No, I was just asking.
Who wants to know?
Yeah.
I want to know.
I can't even remember which dungeon it was. I think it was Cutter's Cry.
Are there Moogles in that game?
Yes.
Yes.
There are.
Do they say Kupo at the end of everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Of
Like,
course.
you should raid better, Kupo. Why are you such a piece of shit, Kupo? Just think of the Moogles saying stuff like
Cutter's
that.
Cry. Yes, it was Cutter's Cry. Hi, Pat. Welcome back. But yeah, so it was absolutely amazing. And then
Did you beat the boss?
yeah, we actually did the boss fight 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah, kick its ass.
So,
Round
then
of
this
applause for the
weekend,
coward.
And
Okay, I'll
then-
be one to do that.
then this weekend was pretty much just work, which was lame. And then yesterday I had Otak podcast, which was good because we went through all of the summer, or not summer, but spring lineup, new anime, which is awesome. There's some amazing things coming in the spring season. And then I streamed late at night and did Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. What?
Sorry, that series is a rather odd one.
Yes, it is. I was really enjoying it until I found out how much grinding there is to it.
Yeah, I heard that in between the most obvious aesthetic decisions going into what kind of game that is, there is a lot of grinding in it. I think that's a Nipponichi game. I think so.
I'm
And,
not sure.
But Nipponichi is really good at RPGs, but they made Disgaea. But I think that Hyperdimension Neptunia is notorious for the grinding. And that's why some people don't like
It's
it.
awful. Like the grind in it is just awful. And it's like there's nothing that you can do because then yeah, I can understand if you did quests or you did stuff for like the guild and like you actually went through, but it's literally stand in this exact same place and grind mobs on either side of you, hit save. Grind mobs on either side of you, hit save. And it's just not that fun to stream, especially when you have to do that over and over and over again.
See, my ears kind of lit up when you're like Hyperdimension. Like, wait, what? You? And I was thinking of an entirely different game.
Were you thinking of Dragon Ball Z?
Look at the chat. Yeah, that's the first thing that popped into my head, and it's that old, and that's the first thing.
No, that's
I
like the
saw.
Super Nintendo DVD. She was
You know-
talking about this. Let's just say that this particular series, let's just say it has the Moe gene right on the cover.
Oh yeah, it's 100% Moe.
Yeah.
Moe.
But yeah, no, it's like I don't know, if it didn't have so much grind to it, it would be awesome. But it has way too much grind in it. And I'm like, do I want to really sit here for like the next 20 hours doing nothing but grinding?
You just play a game you like. If you don't like a game,
Yeah.
you're not gonna like it when you're streaming.
No, it's
Yeah, I mean, it enables for conversation, but at the same time, you're just like, meh, meh.
It's grinding and annoying.
You want to have something to talk about with the people in the chat.
So,
Mhm.
but no. Other than that, this week, finishing up on a lot of anime.
Animal.
Because a lot of things are actually ending. I think there's only like 4 or 5 series that are carrying on into spring. Everything else is on their end. Like last episodes this week.
Yeah, that's happening in TV too.
Yeah. So
The old swap over.
if you haven't finished anything of this season, now's the time between this week and next week before the
Well, new
next
shit
season
comes out.
starts. Death Parade has gotten amazing.
I will have to be right back.
Okay. Have fun. Death Parade has gotten just absolutely amazing. Your Lie in April finished. Yona had their last episode today. I'm trying to think what else has had their last episode. Log Horizon has their last episode come Saturday. I'll know Zero is gonna have their last episode this week. I think that's like mainly all that I'm just currently watching. Still need to catch up on Tokyo Ghoul. Even season 2 has just become shit. Like it's
I got to catch up on that to see if it's shit or not.
it's all just fighting and little politics here and there, but it's mainly just all fighting. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. They're just doing it to do it. And it's like DBZ where it's like, oh, this one battle has lasted 3 episodes. Awesome. Thanks.
Well, it's one of those shows. It looks like if you fall out of the story at all, they're not going to carry you back in.
Yeah, no.
You might have to go back, which is probably
I mean-
what I'm going to do. It's why I'm going to watch
Just as a warning,
season
my
2. Like,
crashing.
Why?
It's not responding to anything I'm doing. Keep going, but just as a warning.
okay, but with season 2, I'm probably just going to start at the beginning and watch it all the way through again,
Right.
just so I can try and keep up with it and I remember what's going on. Because I remember the first season was actually a little hard to follow unless you went back.
Well, it started out kind of just being like, here's what's going on, here's a playthrough of like the last battle, and then you find out that what's his face has like changed sides. Okay, that's fine. But then now it's literally just all, hey, we're gonna exterminate the ghouls. Camera down!
My first thought was, is he dead?
Is it dead yet?
It also probably doesn't help that I can't see anything on my screen right now, so I have no clue what my camera is currently pointed at.
It's your
Sorry,
face.
guys.
It's your face.
Okay,
You're
good.
But so like it's just, I don't know. I don't feel like watching it again, so I'm just gonna continue going on and see if something else happens. But this new season is just amazing. Monster Rancher. Oh my gosh. Digimon's coming back.
Oh,
They have a new season of Digimon that's kind of a reboot of the first like group of kids.
Oh boy.
So Ty and all them are coming back. It's gonna be awesome.
Almir, is there a way you can take me out of this without screwing up your layout? Because I'm gonna have to do a hard reset.
No, not really, but
Otherwise, I can't access anything on my screen, so it's just gonna be me talking out of my ass when it gets to be my turn instead of the files I have pulled up.
that's fine.
Yeah.
that's not the fine face. That's the grump face. That's the grump panda face.
Well, it's fine. We can talk about Shadowrun and DTM. It doesn't have to be. We have.
Okay, I think I got it back. Chrome wasn't wanting to close. And no, actually, it's not Chrome, it's Skype.
Yeah.
We're not using
Skype.
Skype.
Fuck Skype.
Skype? Yeah, but I had to be signed on the Skype so that she could send me the damn link.
So close Skype down.
We'll close Skype.
I've been
You don't
trying
need
for
it.
the last 5 minutes.
No.
Well, then just leave it alone.
Okay.
I think you'll be fine.
No.
So-
it's
We will
gonna
keep you
crash at
alive.
some point.
But yeah. So yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is pretty much all I've been doing, and I'll probably play it again tonight, only because I don't want to. I want to play Hyper Dimension, but I don't.
No, you don't.
No, the game is good. Like when it's not grinding, the game is amazing. Like it breaks fourth walls. Like the characters are awesome.
Oh
like,
yeah. that was a
like the
big
game
part.
itself is just so good. It just sucks that it's like nothing but grindfest, and I can't continue on until like
Are you
I get
playing this on PC?
yeah.
Okay, so that's the best version. Okay.
Yeah, like it's
Nope.
the remake thing of, I guess, is it the Vita remake?
I don't
Or-
know. That's been on a bunch of Sony consoles.
Yeah,
But on PS3 Vita.
yeah, but it's essentially the
Boy.
remake of everything. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, but as for anime news, new season starts next week. I'm so excited. Can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah.
In anime news, I watched that last episode of Your Lie in April. Just all aboard the Feels train. Yep.
Oh yeah.
hmm
It's super pretty
Yep.
though.
That
So
was a good
good.
show. I liked it a lot. And I'm just like, God damn it, emotions go away.
Emotions.
Yeah.
I didn't cry, which I thought I was going to, but I like most of the time I was just like, man, this was so well done.
Mm.
Like
That last episode,
holy-
I'm just like, yep, freaking perfect.
it's really good. Really good. So, video games. Alex, what you have for us?
Bloodborne came out today.
Yeah, I did. I'm eyeballing that.
Newest in from Software. It's supposedly, people are this is essentially the next Souls game. It's the next one in Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and from the early reviews, including Hardcore Gamer, it is living up to all of the hype.
From what I understand, it's actually a bit harder than Dark Souls 2, which was Dark Souls 2 was a bit easier. So
I think that's good though, just because people have been. I've been looking for a reason to really get into the PlayStation 4 again. I mean, I really loved Infamous Second Son, but there was no exclusives last year. There was Infamous and Drive Club, and Drive Club still doesn't work. So if you don't like cars and whatever, so seeing Bloodborne get such high praise is encouraging, because not only, especially after The Order flopped, The Order has been getting so many mediocre reviews. It just wasn't able to live up to its graphics. So now Bloodborne's out. People love it. People are streaming it. They're having a party with it. All the in-progress reviews are praising it. It just looks amazing. And
it
once
does
I
look
get
really
back,
good.
once I get back home, I'm gonna buy it and probably do some videos with it with my friend Matt. He's already playing his copy.
Like, Almir, don't play this game ever. It will give you nightmares, and
Which
it
one?
will Bloodborne.
I wouldn't
Oh,
give her
it
nightmares.
looks so good.
It
is pretty
does.
awesome.
It will give you nightmares. It's a Dark Souls game too, so it's incredibly hard. Are you having a hard time with Darksiders? This game will destroy you
Yeah.
mercilessly.
Why will it give her nightmares though? Just because
It's pretty much a horror movie.
Oh,
She gets
so
nightmares easily.
scary werewolves, scary vampires.
Well,
You
I
get to be
can
like-
I can deal with supernatural, like werewolves, vampires, stuff like that, mystical creatures. It's when
you
we
get
get
to
into
play as Van Helsing. Pretty much
Yeah.
what you get to do. Yeah.
but when we get into the realm of like spirits and creepy
There's that
children,
too.
yeah, no.
There's that too. There's everything. It's like
It does all the things.
if hell showed up in like Victorian England. It's bad.
I mean, I think that taking the sort of fantasy medieval stuff of the Souls series and finally putting it into a different setting, that's great.
Mhm.
I think that's
It's
smart.
the
And I'm
revamp that they
seeing
needed.
now, of course, we all wanted this to be in 60 frames per second, but that's it's not the equation. But at least the game looks great. I mean, it
Mhm.
looks really, really good. And I have a feeling that a lot of people who played the other Souls games like to replay it with different builds, being able to try different tactics and go after some other things. So I think that's great. And I just like seeing a PlayStation 4 exclusive, a next-gen game, actually live up to the hype. I mean, even Infamous Second Son wasn't the greatest game ever. It was one of my favorite games last year, but it wasn't the great. It had flaws. Bloodborne is probably the first game on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One to fully live up to all of its hype. All of it. I mean, no third party.
Fuck around.
This and I like that they kept the difficulty, and there's a reason that people respect From Software so much. I mean, before the Souls series, they had this other game called Lost Kingdoms on GameCube, which I really loved, but it wasn't until the Souls series that they were like, oh, we're bringing the hard game back because now we have these people who wanted a hard game, so let's give them a hard game, a really hard game.
Yep. That's kind of what they're known for at this point. If they ever made a not difficult game, I think it would actually be a blow to their reputation. It's kind of become what they're known for now.
It's true, or at the very least, the reputation of the series. I think that this is a really good sign because the 2015 has kind of been a bit disappointing so far because The Order didn't do very well. There have been a lot of other just games that kind of.
No, The Order did plenty well. It was a great movie.
I mean, we kind of already talked about The Order. I think it looks beautiful. I mean, it's top tier presentation, but
it's pretty graphics. It has no gameplay.
Just watch Yahtzee's review, 0 punctuation. He kind of summed it up the best.
Yep.
It is the PlayStation 4's rise.
Yep.
There were really 2 huge stories that happened this last week. One of them involves Nintendo. Nintendo has announced they are going to start mobile development. They're going to start making software for smartphones. Now, this has been something they've been not wanting to do for a long time, but I feel like they kind of had to have their arm pulled here. Now, they are going to keep making consoles. They actually announced the next one called the NX, but we know practically nothing about it. And I think the only reason they announced it is to try and tell people we're not leaving the console space yet, so don't worry. And they're going to keep making stuff for like the 3DS. They already have the new 3DS out. So there's been a lot of speculation on whether or not this was the right thing to do. Now, I actually already wrote an article on Hardcore Game about this, and I think that the reason that handheld gaming or portable gaming exists in the first place is because of Nintendo. And I think that if anyone can survive on mobile platforms for gaming, it's Nintendo, because the Game Boy was created by Gunpei Yokoi, who created Metroid. And he said, we're not going to try and put like console games on a handheld. We're going to make the games simpler, more accessible, and more digestible in small bursts.
Oh, wow.
Did we lose
He
someone?
exploded. His computer finally died on him.
Should we wait for him to get back? Or is
Well, we're on video games. I just want to watch Twitch and see who I am now.
Is it the way stuff now?
Who have we become now?
I'm just
There
gotta
I
be
am.
closer this way. Here we go.
I'm kind of
still
in the
good.
same.
I'm still good. I just have to be over here.
This is bizarre.
Oh God!
Cat-
Oh God! I'm kicking my feet. I'm kicking my feet.
I don't have one yet. Sweet.
Hi, Gobby.
Hi,
Yeah,
Gobby.
and as soon as Gobby shows up,
Oh, that tongue.
I'm just empty. I'm just nothing. Well, I guess I'll continue then. I guess. But the way that handheld games were created was completely different from console games. They wanted to make them shorter. They wanted to make them smaller. They wanted to make them cheaper and more digestible in short bursts. You know, that's why Tetris and Pokemon succeeded on handheld. So now, if that same design philosophy has been going on in mobile for a long time now. That's why Angry Birds and Candy Crush are what they are. So I think that it makes sense that the people who created that design philosophy would move to a platform where that's really all it is. So I think Nintendo will do fine. I don't think that they're going to fall into the free-to-play microtransaction pitfalls. They've been really good with DLC, Nintendo, especially the first-party stuff. They've been either doing free DLC a lot, or they've been doing very reasonably priced paid ones. So I think that they'll be fine. Do I think that this will be, completely turn the company into make them the hugest mobile ever? I don't think so. I just think that it's a way for them to make money on the side. I honestly don't think too much will come from it, except maybe some extra cash for the war chest. And, their next console, we have no idea what it's going to be. And I think making, calls and assumptions about it right now, I think a company already started opening.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Whoa, what happened to your camera?
It reset everything when stuff crashed.
He's in the dark.
I immediately closed Skype as soon as I logged back in. I'll fix it here in a second.
Kat looks so defeated. She looks so
The layout's messed up, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Ah!
Ah!
Keep that.
So it looks like
So many crazy colors.
yeah, it looks like 80s
Oh, man.
sci-fi movie.
Oh God, Kat, what happened? Your face looks like Alex. It's horrible. Josh is Alex. Alex is Kat. Oh my God, what's happening? Your chat is confused.
Well,
Nah, it's just Gabi. He gets
Right,
confused with everything.
technical.
Wait, if I'm Kat, does that mean that this is my podcast now? Technical. Oh my God, Kat. Oh.
Okay, so what do we need to do to fix this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's all
She
me.
is
You're gonna have
so,
it keep
she's
flashing there.
so done
Hey,
with
I
it.
didn't reset. I crashed. There's not much I can do here. And it was all Skype's
So
fault.
done with our shit.
Oh.
Cameras and everything layout and
Kat's just like,
Shit.
God damn, you guys are idiots. Why do I put up with you every week? Like,
because we get
Ruining
her
my show.
ratings. That's why.
ruining my show. Because this is her show. Remember that. Like, it's her show.
Sing it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just, it's
Now my
okay.
camera looks somewhat more normal, although I still look like...
Red room. That's what it kind of looks like.
Red Room. Like,
Yeah.
is that like a Shining reference?
Yeah.
Do I need to break out the not pregnant gif?
Well, I
wait,
could
this,
just go full
Yeah,
black and
sure.
white.
this isn't my desktop, so I don't have
That'd
it.
help me, so, why not?
Well, are you trying to say that you're an old timer there?
Yeah. I could
Now
just
you're-
say black.
Back in my day.
You damn kids, get off my lawn.
That's funny. Are you just playing with the tint settings?
I'm trying to get it back to where it freaking... Oh, dear God!
Christ.
Okay,
Nobody
apparently
can
I
see
should not
any of
do
those.
something
Do
automatic.
Steppy a
Holy
tone. Go
crap,
Western.
That was terrible.
Steppy a tone. Go Western. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, that looks...
That's fine. I think we'll,
Yeah,
I
that
think
works.
we'll
close
know
enough
that you're
right
a
now. I just did a
regular
complete rebuild on
human
this
being with
computer, so
regular.
Nice.
kinda,
Interesting times.
yeah, interesting times. Again,
Let's
sorry.
talk about everyone in the chat that we hate, starting with Gabi and ending.
But I don't
with
hate
I love
anybody.
Garby. Garby's my best buddy, and he comes to all my streams, and he makes fun of me when I lose repeatedly. I love Garby.
Yeah.
Okay, starting with Nabra and ending with Gabi.
How could you hate? No, it's funny.
He's really funny, mostly because he makes fun of Alex.
Well, yeah.
Funny. Still hate him.
To be fair, funny for us.
Those guys keep hitting
Not
on
big for
me.
you.
I feel sexually
us.
harassed by Gabi and Nara.
Dude, it's
Good.
a compliment.
Good.
Mhm.
That's this.
Yep.
They keep trying to
Yeah.
say that I'm not.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
do that
marrying
internet
you.
love, man.
No,
The
I'm
internet of-
expressing my heterosexuality right here. Stop sexually harassing me.
Hey, no homo, but I appreciate it.
Oh shit, that was good. That was
There
good.
is one person that I'd go gay for, and it's Wallace Wells from Scott Pilgrim. That man is beautiful.
See, he's picked, which means, you know.
Oh,
Oh, man.
oh, this is all the better that it looks like that nobody. It's a radio show now.
Oh, man.
Are we done?
So, what were we
Yeah,
on? We were on video games. Are we done with gaming news
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, we were done. It's just
Yeah,
Nintendo's going old. The other big bit of news is
Oh, hey.
the whole sneak going on over at Konami.
Oh,
Apparently.
isn't Kojima not with them anymore?
Apparently, there's some sort of falling out between them and Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima. Not only is there rumors going around that he's leaving the company, although we're not entirely sure. Not only that, but all past media involved. You know how on Metal Gear Solid games it says a Hideo Kojima game?
Yeah.
None of the press releases have that anymore. None of the box art has a Hideo Kojima game. So basically, they're trying to like erase his connection, like his independence from the studio. Like Kojima Productions is gone. It's just this creepy, as Bitscreed on YouTube said, 1984-esque history rewriting, and it's bizarre. I mean, I still don't know why they're trying to just sort of. I don't know what is causing this tension between Konami and Kojima. I have no idea. So now this isn't affecting Metal Gear Solid 5, and Kojima's saying this will be my last Metal Gear. Now, while he said that a bunch of times about past Metal Gear Solid games, this time he might actually mean it because of this falling out. But that's not really what I'm worried about. I mean, I think Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain is going to come out fine. It's going to look great. And it's going to be everything Kojima wanted. What I'm worried about is Silent Hills.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of
the
too.
next game that Kojima is going to do, the game he's going to do with Del Toro.
But isn't that not with Konami though?
Silent Hills is owned by Konami.
Shit.
So everyone's like, oh my God, what's he going to do? Because the whole reason that Del Toro is involved in this project is because Kojima wanted him to.
And if they don't, this is going to be shit.
Same
I
thing
mean,
with
they
Keanu
dropped
Reeves.
those names, and that's what got everyone excited. Because let's face it, we've had Silent Hill games lately. They mostly have been bad.
They haven't been good.
They've mostly been bad, like real bad. I don't think there's been a good one since, like, I want to say maybe
Silent
The
Hill
Room.
3. I think 3.
Like,
4 was
3
okay.
4 was okay. 3 was the last good one. 2 was, I'd say 2 and 3 are probably
Classic.
the best. 1 was
Yeah.
the thing that started the shit. But, yeah, pretty much most of the crap since then has been garbage. And if they drop these names, they're losing all the fans that give a shit about PT.
Oh yeah,
All of
I
them.
mean,
Every one of them.
that's the big thing that so many people are worried about. They're like, what is going to happen to the Silent Hill project? Because everyone's on board. It is probably my third most anticipated game of this year, next to Phantom Pain and Persona 5. So I have no idea where this is going to go. If Kojima is out, I'm assuming Del Toro's out. Now, ideally, this is what I think would be great if Kojima is not available for this. That Kojima takes all the ideas that he was going to do for that and make a new game, just not tagged to the Silent Hill franchise. Because, quite frankly, I don't think that that's going to be tied to the Silent Hill franchise. So there's a lot of, a lack of assurance going on about this project. I mean, and also future Metal Gear games. Like, Kojima is one of the few people involved in the industry where you can always tell it's his game. He is Metal Gear, and in some cases, he is Konami. I mean, he sort of has the same sort of reputation as a Miyamoto game. Like, you can't think of a Mario game without Miyamoto being tied to it somehow. You can kind of think of like a Final Fantasy game without Sakaguchi.
Can't remember his name, so yeah.
Or even Hironobu Sakaguchi. Because there's been a bunch of those, but when you think of a Metal Gear game, you always think of Kojima. Always, 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 always. So
Right.
what's going to happen to Metal Gear? What's going to happen to the Silent Hill project? There's a lot of lack of assurance. Metal Gear Solid, okay. I mean, I'm because it's practically done. I mean, like it's launching.
Alex died.
Your connection is dying, buddy.
You don't know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking, how can you hate? How can
Gone.
Final Gear Solid.
Please don't ever let that be a thing.
Am I here? Can you hear me?
We can now.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, it said your internet connection is unstable. This is the laptop I'm running from, by the way, so I'm trying
Unstable.
to. But I just think that it's gonna happen. I mean, like, I'm so scared, so scared. But this is supposedly some sort of big restructuring going on at Konami. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that without Kojima, it's not. And I like Kojima, and not just because he is permanently has a shit-eating grin on his face.
He does too.
And I mean, he's sort of a troll, you know, in some of the ways he designs his games, but he's a visionary. I mean, some people think that he might go into making movies because he has expressed interest in making movies,
Oh God.
which would be
Worrisome.
awkward. Because
Yeah.
I mean, some people's like, oh, Metal Gear's full of cutscenes, it's already a movie, and I'm like, it's not really the same. So we'll have to see. I mean, Kojima's been very silent on this. We really don't know what's actually going on.
He probably can't say anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of. He's lost all communications with corporate press accounts related to Konami. So it's a scary situation, and a lot of people are worried for him. But even if he were to leave Konami and have to leave those series behind, he will make another game, and he will make something really good because they know him, they know his name, and the fans will follow him. I will. He's proven himself time and time again. Natural Evil, Japanese male developers. He's an alien. I think Kojima's an alien.
From another world.
His ideas are so out there, but they end up being really, really good. I like Metal Gear Solid. I think Snake Eater is probably one of my favorite PS2 games, and I loved Ground Zeroes. I think Phantom Pain's going to be amazing. We're just going to have to see what happens after that. No, you said Natural Evil, Gabi. You got to stick with what you said before. No do-overs here. But that's kind of the big game news. Bloodborne, Nintendo going mobile, and
Kojima.
whatever's happening with Konami right now. How about we move on to television?
I've got practically nothing.
X-Files.
I've got X-Files is officially happening. Fox has officially declared there's at least 6 episodes that are going to be produced. But other than that, the information isn't really. We don't really have much more than that. Same crap that I went on before. I believe next month is when Daredevil starts on Netflix. And not a whole lot else. I mean, TV series are ending right alongside the anime series. I know Flash and Arrow.
What about Pixel?
Pixel? Oh God, that's kind of a thing too. So okay, so that actually is something to talk about.
Cringiest movie.
Okay, so Pixel is based on an episode of Futurama. Let's just say that, because it is.
That's what a lot of people think.
There is exactly an episode of Futurama that's based on this. So
There is. I remember. I love it.
as gamers, if you haven't seen the trailer for Pixels, look it up on YouTube. It's a Adam Sandler comedy the movie looks like a generic action movie. And the premise of it is aliens invade, but they do it as like Atari characters.
Like Space Invaders.
Like the Space
It's a
Invader
movie
thing comes
of
down.
Space Invaders.
The fucking Pac-Man is running rampant through the streets, eating shit. They have the guy who invented Pac-Man trying to talk to him, and it bites his hand. It's Adam Sandler. Peter Dinklage is involved with this. By God, I don't know why. And it's
just supposed to be hilarious.
The trailer, I will say, is a really neat deconstruction of the action movie genre because you can tell it's comedy because it's so fucking ridiculous, and that's the only reason you can tell it's a comedy. There is no music cues that this is funny. There is no anything that this is funny. The only reason it's funny is because it's fucking Pac-Man is the thing that's destroying the cars. Like you could just replace it with a Transformer, and it would be an exact Michael Bay trailer.
Now, one thing to remember about this movie, and I actually discovered this while listening to the Friendcast today, this was not an idea pitched by any sort of producer or director. The person who wanted to do this was Adam Sandler. This is like a pet project to him. He wanted this to happen. So there is no one to blame but him if this is bad. Normally, like in the other ones, it's like, okay, like Jack and Jill or any other goofy Adam Sandler, David Spade, Rob Schneider, any of those things, like grown-ups. It's usually just someone is trying to cash in on Adam Sandler and they get him in. Nope, this is an Adam Sandler movie from start to finish. And you're completely right. There is a Futurama thing. It's like the what if machine thing where Fry's like, what if life was like a video game?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So you got like
it's bad. Short story is
like
bad. Don't
Donkey
watch it.
Kong
It's bad.
and
it's so bad.
I like that Futurama episode. I think it's funny.
But this doesn't need to be an hour and a half of my life. I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah,
have
I'm
to.
not
I don't want to have to
watching
sit
the
through the
movie.
20
I'm not
minutes
watching
lead
the
up to
movie.
the plot. I don't want to sit through Adam Sandler's bad one-liners at the video game characters. I don't want to sit through all of the random cameos they have come in from Nintendo and shit like that. I don't want to hear the bad.
Hubert is gonna listen. Hubert is gonna be in the movie, and he's gonna have all those little weird symbols, and Adam's gonna be like, make a joke about curse words. Like, why is he cursing so much? That's gonna happen in this movie because that's the easiest joke to make regarding Hubert.
The last video game movie they really needed to do was Wreck-It Ralph. They did it. It's done. We're done. Stop. The last time you fuckers tried to do something like this was Battleship. Stop. Quit it.
Oh,
that movie was pretty bad.
It was
Let's
incredibly
take
bad.
a board game and edge it up. Let's make it edgy blockbuster. I just
Gavi's
think that-
right. There's feels here. There's feels here, and fuck this movie. Just stop. Just stop. Hollywood.
I just go watch the Futurama thing where it's like,
Better yet, all of the other movies, just get the fuck out the way. Let me watch Avengers, and then I'll go back into my cave and not talk about anything else. Like
Donkey Kong
be good.
is gonna come down from space, and Fry goes, I know that monkey. His name is Donkey. And the professor goes, monkeys can't be donkeys. Stop messing with my head. Well, at least this movie is going to be terrible. I mean, the reception to the trailer from all of like the video game personalities, like what Eric Kane said, he said it's going to be terrible. We all know it's going to be terrible. You have terrible idea, quirky, just like a video game 80s arcade aesthetic, and you have Adam Sandler. Where do you think this movie's going to go?
Then
It's
again,
gonna go one way.
what was that last episode that was on TV about Gamergate that they thought was a good idea?
Oh God, the SVU! Don't get me
Yep.
started on that.
No, we already did that. It was
That was
really bad. Stop.
That was
Unless you actually play
debacle
motherfucking video games.
in multiple.
Stop.
It's this conga line of cringe coming out of gaming these days. Between that and whatever this is, it just shows that people who are not involved in gaming are never going to get gaming.
They're not gonna. The problem with it is everyone sits down and looks at, oh, look at all these fucking people on Twitch. Look how much money that the gaming industry is making. We got to get in on that. How are we going to rope them in? Look at all these indie games on Steam. These fuckers love this shit. Watch this go. And they make pixels. I'm like, oh, God.
Now, to be fair, Wreck-It Ralph was great. I liked
Wreck-It Ralph was good.
It wasn't the greatest movie ever.
But it was
I think as
actually
far
aimed
as-
at kids. So,
Well, I thought it was good, even as an adult. I thought.
well, let's face it. Everyone
maybe
here
it's because I thought that-
watches movies way under our age range. It's
What is wrong, Kat?
Nothing.
Why were you cheering?
Nothing.
It was clearly not for us. Clearly, it
No,
was for
not at all.
something else that you're doing instead of paying attention to the podcast that you're doing.
I was paying attention to the podcast.
No, you weren't. What
Yeah,
were you
I am.
cheering
She wasn't
about?
paying attention to us. She
Yeah,
was
there-
paying
there's
attention to
something-
the
yeah,
What were you
podcast.
cheering about?
We're only
then?
about the third.
Yeah.
Seriously, Kat, what were you cheering about?
I don't know.
Things and stuff.
Maybe it has to do with the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were paying attention.
No, I'm doing fine.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for movies and TV. Keep an eye out on Netflix for all the shit.
What about that movie, Unfriended, that used to be
See,
Cybernatural?
I talked about that before, and
Kat, can I have my webcam back?
noticed.
No, I noticed when she put it in the same in the wrong
Time
place.
took.
And I'm like, what is she doing?
You know, that's about right. I had something in front of the thing. That's about right. But talking on what Alex had mentioned, this it looks like some cheap, lame ass horror movie called Unfriended, made by
Seriously, Kat, can I have my webcam back, please?
of all things, MTV Films. So it looks like poop. But I sat down and bothered with the trailer. And what it looks like, it's a horror movie. And the premise of it that nearly made me stop watching immediately was the entire horror movie takes place over a Skype call.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like this right now. But if you make it to the end of the trailer, it looks like it actually has some potential. The premise is somebody used cell phone video and shit to ruin somebody's life. And they eventually killed themselves. And
Their ghost is haunting the
ghost shit happens, but the people involved with the terrorizing and the killing in the first place are all on the Skype call together, and shit starts happening to them. And not only is it just like the typical, say, like Paranormal Activity jumps and oogie boogie things that come out, it starts bringing up like drama between the people in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Like there's one cam that's like a boyfriend and a girlfriend and another, and then somebody uploads video of that boyfriend having sex with someone completely different. Drama comes out, shit goes down, and it's actually a decent character movie too. It looks like it's still the lame horror movie archetypes, but let's face it, if you're going to watch a horror movie at all, you're kind of prepared for that.
Now,
and it's a new sort of genre, kind of. It's like a sub genre.
Yeah, I have my own views on this particular movie. This is actually yeah, I bet you think.
Yeah.
I actually heard about this movie a while ago, back when it was called Cybernatural. Now they renamed it to Unfriended, which is already a terrible idea because Unfriended is just not as good a name.
It sounds like it's going to be lame, but I might give it a shot.
This idea of everything happening in a Skype conversation, it is in a way to be like a sort of a found footage kind of thing. Low budget, really easy to find. I think some of the aesthetic choices I think are actually kind of interesting. Like sometimes some of the horror scenes kind of move really quickly, so the webcam feeds have to buffer in a weird way where the visuals kind of have this sort of smear effect. It's kind of creepy when you see people like screaming, and it's sort of like the webcam feed is not able to keep up, and it gives I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it's interesting. Now the whole kid putting his hand in a blender, I'm like, where did that come from? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that what they're trying to do there, and this is just me trying to figure this whole thing out, like the feed sort of cuts out, and then when it cuts back in, they're like magically in pain or getting hurt or something.
It's an easy way to censor and get a lower rating.
Yeah, I think that that doesn't really like. Why did he put his hand in the blender? You're not really telling us, like, you don't see.
Well, we're kind of taking the whole thing out of context, and they have to cherry pick good bits of the thing. And I think if we context is going to be a little bit better, hopefully. But
now
we'll see.
Yeah, this movie's been in development for a while, and I think that it's weird because I know it's really not going to be good when it comes out, but I think that
It's
The
definitely
idea-
going to be a rental. It doesn't
the
look like it's going to be
ideas-
a great film, but it looks like it's going to have potential to watch it once, give it a shot. Maybe.
I don't know how reliant on jump scares it's going to be, but I think, the idea of having it all take place in a Skype conversation is, it kind of has this
Interesting.
sort of novelty to it. And it's bizarre because I know it's not going to be good, but I also know that it is a creative idea. It's a little tacky. It clearly is a MTV Films thing because it's taking place in a Skype conversation.
Mhm.
But
How much money do you think Skype is getting from that movie?
I bet they're
Oh, yeah.
just
But
laying it out
then again,
there.
if you look at the Paranormal Activity series, it started off strong. The next couple of films turned into crap. And it just got a general bad name for itself. If you watch like the later ones, apparently it's come back into its own.
Really?
From what I understand, with like 2 and 3 have not been very good. Now, and I've watched the second one. I didn't even make it all the way through the third one. But apparently the ones after that, which I still have to see, are supposed to have improved on their formula because they got all the they're not really riding the money train anymore, and they got a little more creative room to work.
Now,
So
I am not probably, this is going to be one of those sort of, limited release kind of movies, like the Red Box B movies. Now, I'm not going to go see this movie, and I don't even know if I'm ever going to watch it. But I will say this: Unfriended is the one horror movie that's probably stuck in my head the longest after watching the trailer. I might watch it just for the novelty, just because I think that it's this idea of a dumb found footage genre mixed with sort of a creative way to express the aesthetics. I think I still kind of like the idea of how the screen sort of blurs out when the feed is being reestablished, and I think that adds sort
kind
of
of like yours is right now. Just
Yeah.
the aesthetic like that. Yeah, maybe I'm going to die. Maybe my hand will be in a blender. Why a blender? That's so weird.
Because it's creepy.
Not really. That's not really very creepy.
It's a
blender.
shock scare.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, like, I think a shock scare would be like that thing in the Ouija trailer where her lips are showing so. I don't know. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that because that movie's been in development for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just now getting a release.
It's been a while since I've actually sat down and seen a really good horror movie. Actually, I know he's not in chat, but I do have to give a shout out to my buddy Bloodgear from my dad group. He showed me one of the best horror movies I have seen in a long time.
What's that?
The Babadook, if anyone has seen that.
Oh, that's been getting a lot of praise. Like that was
It
recommended.
is a fairy tale gone so very wrong.
That's a directorial debut film.
It
The
is
woman who made that.
Excellent film. Kat, if you watch it, you'll die.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
I,
Jeremy, you will adore this film. You will absolutely adore this film. I don't
I
know
might
if it's on
actually watch
Netflix
that
or
movie.
Hulu or anything yet.
a lot of people have been praising that movie. It's been getting extremely good reviews from a ton of people, and
Actually, since we're
it's a mix of I think one of the best praises that people said is that you don't even know if the title monster is real or not.
You don't. It deals a lot with a monster movie thing. It deals a lot with fairy tales. It deals a lot with potential possession. It deals a lot with a lot of shit. And if anybody hasn't, technically this was released late last year.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer going into chat right now.
So do not touch this at all.
You don't want to
watch it.
You don't want to. If you feel brave, go for it. But
the monster design is pretty creepy.
The monster design is straight up out of T.O.'s head, old school Victorian, baby. But
I think that
I'm gonna use the restroom first, then click on the link.
Yeah.
Well, I
should have done the same
think
thing.
that as far we needed new horror movies. Not very many have interpreted horror. We're kind of running through the same sort of tried and true tropes. But I haven't seen the Babadook yet, but I've heard a lot about it, and I've heard that the between the monster and the two main characters, you never really know what exactly is going on. And I think that is how you do fear. The whole reason we get scared is because we don't understand things. That's the core of fear. That's why we get scared.
Mm-hmm.
So when you throw people on, confuse them when you don't know if something is real or not, that's the best time to scare them because they're off kilter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just you're terrified. You want to know what happens. And
that's human nature. We are logic-fueled beings. That's what defines us from every other species.
Well, Western horror. Asian horror is very different. But as far as 2014, we actually kind of had a bit of a horror renaissance in 2014.
What other movies came out last year?
I believe
because this is the
Tusk.
one that I most
Tusk was
about.
one of them, and that was kind of
oh god, that was
it was kind of in
that
the
was like a gross out
vein. But like Annabelle
That's
and
Kevin
shit like
Smith.
that. Yeah, it was definitely a Kevin Smith movie. So it was.
I just
It was,
didn't
and that was kind of the point.
I just read the synopsis and I'm like,
It does a little bit with
he
horror
wanted to
thing
make
and
him.
stuff, though.
That's the deal.
So it was neat. Odd Thomas actually got a. It's a God, what's his name? Author does a whole lot of horror and does a whole lot of modern horror. But
But
he did that. I don't know if you'd call it horror. That Dracula Untold happened. One of the dead.
wasn't that Batman? That was basically Batman.
No, not really.
Batman.
Another
The
Dead
Batman.
No came out. The Nazi zombie bit, which was kind of funny. What We Do in the Shadows was a weird horror comedy, which was really good. The Guest happened. Horns happened with Daniel Radcliffe, and that was a fucking great movie. If anyone had have you guys seen the thing for Horns? That was a fucking excellent film.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that.
Because essentially, it's just he's going around and people think he's a bad guy, and these devil horns just start growing out of his head.
It Follows. Me.
It Follows
What's
was.
this It Follows movie?
I don't know if that's out yet. I wanted to check that
So
out.
I've been seeing trailers and they say it's a horror movie, but I haven't seen.
It's
anything in the trailers that
it's
looks
an
like horror,
unknown.
So I feel like I'm being tricked.
No, you're not being tricked. It's definitely a horror movie that is in production. You don't know what the thing is that follows. It's kind of like one of those Grudge-esque curse movies. This thing follows you. This thing follows you until it either gets you or you pass the curse off to somebody else first.
Oh, is that the one where you have to have sex with the person?
I don't know.
They talked about it on NPR a couple days ago.
Yeah, I mean,
There was an
a.
old man. I listened to NPR.
I mean, there was a Scarlett Johansson horror movie that happened in 2004, Under the Skin.
Oh yeah, I think the thing about the Babadook that blows me away is that this woman has never made a movie before, Jennifer Kent.
No.
She just came out of nowhere and just took this indie idea of hers, made a full movie. It's just blowing away all of the other horror movies that are available
And
right
it's
now. I think
really neat because when the movie starts, you're like, okay, here's the tropes. You've seen it a million times. This is actually considered the best horror movie of last year.
oh yeah, I've been getting a lot of praise.
Both the actors, like, they seem like completely two-dimensional. As it goes on, you're like, wait a minute. That's way more than I expected out of this person. And that happens about 6 times throughout the film.
Mm-hmm.
So, for all of the characters.
Yeah,
So,
this thing has a this has like an 86 Metascore. That's pretty good, especially for like a directorial debut.
yeah.
So good for her. I might actually try and see that movie. I don't really watch movies very much these days, but I think that's cool.
Also, Oculus.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's another bad shit that can happen with mirrors.
Definitely not
watch
watching
that
that. No.
Or do you just watch the trailer for
That's right.
Babadook?
No.
Mirrors.
I meant the mirrors. Like, there's
Mm.
no way. Like, I have trouble with mirrors already.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
The
no.
whole the Bloody Mary stuff.
Yeah, no.
Don't
Just
say
the
that too
things
many
that-
more times.
Something in the mirror behind you, and then you turn around and it's not there.
I did watch the trailer, though. The trailer, like, with no sound, I was fine.
Yeah, it makes like those like weird horror movie noises.
Yeah, no sound, I was okay with. Like, there was a couple times where I could tell, like, shit, something's gonna happen.
Just the part where he's looking up from under the covers.
Yeah. Although,
So-
ingenious kid made a fucking hand crossbow. What the hell?
This
Yeah.
follows
Got
me.
other problems.
The kid is a little bit of a, I would dare say he's a little Jeremy, and that he makes projectile weapons for fun, out of random
yeah.
things, kind of Home Alone style.
Yeah. Oh my.
Did the Babadook get Jeremy?
Nope.
No, I think he's pretty okay.
All
Or
right.
am I?
Well, who's next?
We are
Okay,
in LA.
Have we covered the movies and TV?
Oh yeah, we have long since covered that. Not a lot going on there, but since we were actually discussing horror, 2014 was a good year for it, and there's a lot of titles out there to check out if you
You
guys
like
are
that
into it. Yep.
Thing.
Like Kat. Kat loves horror movies.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Everyone sent her links to horror movies.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Should totally watch all of them.
She likes all those horror movies where they murder pandas and then wear their bodies as hats.
That's not bad.
Oh, not in Mother Russia, Jeremy gets you.
Mother.
Shadowrun, Jeremy gets you. Segway, go.
Yeah.
I wondered when that was coming up.
Perfect.
Oh. Sorry, I've been a little bit distracted. I got a
Oh, John, you made it. Sorry.
program called Pepicora. So I've been looking for all kinds of models for it. Basically, it's something that takes 3D models and flattens them into polygons that you can cut out of paper. And then you either fiberglass it, cut it out of foam, whatever. And I just realized I can afford to buy a little flux core MIG welder, and I can weld 20 gauge steel with that. So I
Nice.
may have an Iron Man suit sooner than I anticipated. But anyway, Shadowrun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So-
was thinking about Iron Man suit, but what else?
What's that?
Well, huh?
What did Cardinal say?
I was like, I want to hear more about the Iron Man suit, but what else?
I'll go into that after Shadowrun, okay?
Yes.
Somehow I don't think you should trust the person in chat who just typed that, Cat. But
I
anyway,
wouldn't.
You'll love it.
So,
I'm gonna check.
we
this
finally got done with the run we've been screwing around with for a while, and
out.
it
Cat,
just
quick to think.
stuff happened, like computer upgrades and time and everything like that. So we finally got through with it, and they got to the compound to rescue the people.
I
Now,
can't.
keep in
Sean
mind-
ate it.
This run took place on the border between Amazonia and Aslan.
It was bad.
For
Real
those
bad.
of you who have played Shadowrun before, you realize that's probably a bad place to be. So the run
Bad
took
is
a little
an
longer,
understatement.
also partially because they were, running through the woods, and I rolled for a random encounter because they're in the Amazon jungle, so I figured, it's fair for something to jump out at them at some point. And originally it was just going to be, Jimmy Butcher, did that spider bite you? And when I first said something about spider corpses, Almir said,
Huh?
What did you say when I first said something about spider corpses?
Nope.
There
Fuck
was a
spiders.
lot more profanity in it than that.
No. Fuck spiders.
But anyway, so I'm rolling to see what the random encounter is going to be. Now, Shadowrun uses 6-sided dice. Every time you roll a 6, you have to pick it up and roll it again. You add the two results together. That's the way you get like 10s, 20s, when you have really high target numbers. Well, I rolled a 32. So they got attacked by a feathered serpent.
That's a little dragon.
Yeah, it's little. It's only 30 meters long.
Oh, okay. So
only. It's fine.
Keeping in mind, for those of you who don't understand metric, a meter is about 3 feet. So think of it like 30 yards on a football field. Yeah, it was that big. With teeth and flame breath, and it, had some fun with them. So after that, they finally get to the compound. And I'm like, you guys should probably hurry. So they're taking time. They're locking doors behind them. They're like, no, guys, you should really hurry. You have about 5 turns till this fight gets harder. They missed it by 1 turn.
Oh.
So there were some Azzy priests in the basement. And so they had 3 blood spirits they had to face, which are fun because they have fear, and once you have a strong emotion going, like fear, they can do something called essence drain, where they start sucking out your soul.
Ouch.
Yeah, that happened to me for like, what, 5 turns?
Yeah, you were feared for. You never actually got your soul stolen, no.
No.
And
I was
luckily
close.
for them, the mages who were controlling the spirits were a little distracted by, things happening. That they didn't really get around to ordering them. Otherwise, the 2 Cyber Sammys that have less than an essence of 1 probably would have been the first target, and their essence drains real damn fast because they don't have any.
Soul.
And if your essence gets down to 0, you die.
I don't think you intended to do that, but that was an awesome bump that you did there. You probably hit your elbow off your desk, and you're like, and you die. It was cool.
Perfect.
So drop the base, they mean me, I drop the base, But anyway, and they got to see their first example of, blood magic and work when the guy ran over and slit his guard's throat to cast a hell blast that almost killed Raytog over there.
Yeah, no, but I want to say that. I'm kind of proud of that. I tanked a hell blast to the face. That's arguably probably one of the more damaging spells in the whole game. And I didn't die.
You were at 8 boxes, I think.
8 out of 10. Yes,
Yeah.
I was this close to actually dying, but I tanked a hell blast pretty much directly to the face,
Yeah.
and I didn't die.
If that mage had rolled any better or you had rolled any worse, you'd have been charred. Because our only healer, and I'm looking at the person with panda on her head, was busy cowering in a corner doing an impression of Consuela from Family Guy.
No.
There was much talk of
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, you guys would have had a lot more trouble against that feathered serpent, except for, Raytog opening up with a full belt from an LMG. A light machine gun.
Doc,
Bring it
I
on.
like your doctor.
Since you guys
Yeah,
have a couple of $1 million worth of feathered serpent parts that
probably going to happen.
you get a hold of.
The dice tried to be mean to us, and with much risk comes much reward.
Exactly. Doesn't mean you could have tried to run away. So now that Shadowrun's done, we're gonna start alternating between Shadowrun and a VTM game.
VTM.
Vampire the Masquerade. We're gonna
VTM.
do
Oh
both.
God, that sounds like that other acronym that you wouldn't.
The thing about VTM and Shadowrun is, Parthenol, is your camera frozen?
It's frozen in an awesome spot. Don't change it. It looks like you're poking
Yeah.
yourself in the eye. Is he here?
We can't reboot
Did we
him.
lose Parth?
We might have. Son of a bitch.
He looks really happy.
Ah!
And there goes the layout. Not my fault this time.
At this point, it's like, just ditch the layout. Just full screen the damn Zoom thing.
But she's proud of her layout. She put all the information, all the names.
Anyway, so we're going to Vampire the Masquerade. We're going to do Old World of Darkness.
Wow.
Ancient Priest, hello! We are currently having massive amounts of technical difficulties.
Nara,
It's not massive.
you are going. You sleep with one eye open. Because if you don't,
Anyway, so we're going to a VTM game. We're going to use the Old World of Darkness, not the New World of Darkness, because I never learned the New World of Darkness, and I don't want to.
It's not bad, but I'd argue it's not
Get
as
off
good
my
as
lawn, damn you. Hey, I was just happy today that someone in their early 20s thought I was only a year or two older than them.
You look
But-
like you're a year or two older than me, and I'm 25.
Yeah. So,
Earlier 20s.
Nara, just keep going.
Nara's like scared shitless because there's a staff in here now.
Wait.
By the way-
staff as in-
I
what do you mean staff?
like
Like,
Twitch staff.
Twitch staff.
Yep.
Why are you here?
We're not talking about anything important.
Okay. Anyway,
I didn't
So-
do anything this time.
This time.
so we're gonna probably go
It was
with
Karth.
old form VTM. I don't know who all's playing what yet, but it means I have to sit down and come up with extra plot. It's going to be kind of fun to change between the two because Shadowrun tends to be more role-play with an L, as in R-O-L-L, and VTM tends to be more role-play with an E, R-O-L-E. And it's going to be fun to like really see what people can, do and have fun with. And I'm going to... Is Cardinal just gone?
I think it's just gone.
I'm going to have a lot of fun coming up with plots with that, and I think people are going to have a lot of fun playing stuff with that. I know Tog came up with an idea he wants to do. Almir... did
I
you
am
ever decide
officially
what you were doing?
sticking with that.
Okay. Almir, did you ever decide what you were doing?
Nope.
Okay. And I think we have at least one Tremere in the party, and then...
We do.
Did
From what I
anyone
understand,
else ever decide what they were
a
doing?
Nasi and a Geo.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Nosferatu, that'll be fun. There are a couple different kinds of Nosferatu, and he's playing one of my more favorite types. Major hacker, Yeah, Ken playing a hacker.
Go figure.
As far as the Iron Man suit, I'm guessing, Karth will look this up later, but I looked into it, and I can get a FluxCore MiG. I got a 220 line downstairs that I can plug into, and I can get a FluxCore MiG for about $100.
See, if you got rid of that technical difficulty sign, no one would know we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it there because I am not happy with this layout right now, and I don't feel like changing it, so we're leaving it at technical difficulties because it's so unprofessional.
I think you're worried about it more than we are. Anyway, so I'm probably going to start cutting out stuff for the Iron Core MiG. I'll probably buy a cheap little nibbler because I'm just going to use 20 gauge steel. I just finished doing the math. It'll only weigh about 45 pounds, maybe 50, to get the full suit out of 20 or 22 gauge steel. I won't be able to make it out of stainless or anything, but I'm probably going to wait until my fabrication class. I almost call it fab class, but I figured someone would make a joke about that.
You are
But
fabulous.
fabrication class next couple semesters and get that done. But I finished looking up all the Peppercore files to download that. It's a really cool program, and there are a lot of really good modelers out there. So if anyone feels like giving them a few bucks or something, please go ahead and do so. I just finished doing that myself.
So you can make awesome cosplays.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find a good rescue suit, the Iron Man Rescue, the Pepper Potts version.
Mhm.
Almir wanted a suit at some point, and Tog. I may make the Hulk Buster so you can fit in it
That's
because
not
the
necessary. That would
version
be
I
silly.
found, the guy is about my size, and he made the Hulk Buster suit.
Okay.
So imagine if I made it to fit you.
I think that'd be silly. I think
Well,
it'd be
with
plain
someone
silly.
my size in it, he was almost 7 feet tall.
I think that I'm going to need
That is metal as shit.
to go to a con. I would need
That
a
one's not
staff
that one's not metal.
around me.
That one's probably
No,
going
I
to be
mean-
a combination of foam and fiberglass.
No, I mean metal.
Like metal.
I know, but
But,
it's still going to be the one that I'm going to put the most expensive arc reactor in, because when I'm done with this arc reactor, this thing is seriously going to be worth about $500-600 just because the metal is in it. So it needs to go on something impressive.
See, if this happens, here's my request, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the Iron Man paint scheme, right?
Yeah.
Instead of red and gold, make it black and green and make the neons green. I am so in, and I will wear this shit everywhere. But that's just me. It might.
Can you move around in this?
I've done.
Yeah, I was actually just.
I've done
before we
previously
started
work
podcast-
before, so I've done.
Yeah,
I've
just
done
before we
stuff
started
like this.
podcast today, I shared the link with Almir. You can share it with everyone else if you'd like. It's a guy in the UK who works for a robotics and 3D printing company. That's why he had so much 3D printed stuff, because he works for a company that makes them. But anyway, he had this huge framework, and like I said, he's a guy about my size, but not with nearly as much muscle. Like my size, Almir's built. So he was really skinny. And he was walking around in it no problem, and it was just plastic and plywood. So, and I can get access, I can get metal tubing and, go by the school and do a little quick TIG weld on it. I would love to just get a flux, like a MIG that I could MIG weld aluminum with, but a flux core MIG I can get for about $100. I can still get a MIG for about $100 that will do aluminum and everything, but then I have to buy a tank of argon, I have to buy the regulators that go with it, I have to pay the rental fees and the refill fees, and it's not cheap. And steel is just a lot easier to work with for me. I just have so much more experience with it. I don't have to buy special grinding wheels. I don't have to buy special flapper discs, Nara, because I know you're going to say something in a minute. It's a type of sanding, resurfacing disc. It works really quickly.
So, Jeremy, if you make me this giant steel set of armor, can I take it to DAG? Can I take it to DAG and hit people?
I don't know if they would let you
I'd like to see
on the
that.
field.
That would be
So
awesome.
technically, there is actually I think it's once a year, and they have like one night or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like a superhero day. Like people always have like cheeseball,
Oh,
Captain
God, we just
America
need to go
shields, and like the
awesome.
Hulk fists.
And I do have a design. I downloaded the Peppercore files and I just finished the edit that I was doing on it. I got an idea for a Thor suit that someone gave me and they shouldn't have. And it's going to be an Iron Man type Thor suit, but you know where Thor has those little things
Yeah.
going up and down on it?
Mhm.
Okay, every single one of those is going to be an arc reactor.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
So I'm going to have some fun with
Damn
that.
it, Cam! Why'd you do that?
Do what?
I was
But,
I was busy watching that GIF of me, but now you put me back. Now I can't see it.
The one other thing I'm excited about for this week, this is, I don't know where I'm holding it where you can see it, but I've got these different levels of grippers for grip training, and this one they're from a company called Captains of Crush. If you can ever get up to the level 3, 3.5, or 4, you actually get your name in a book. Because to give you an example, this is the number 1, and to do that takes about 140 pounds of pressure. So this is a number 2, and it takes a little bit under 200 pounds, and I can get it almost closed already. So I'm excited about that. But it's just okay. Training stuff / done. I don't have any of the science stuff I had pulled up. One of them was
You're fine. You can just shut up. You're good.
Jeez, damn, lady.
You know what?
Just the layout
You
got
know what?
fucked up, and she doesn't even care anymore. Oh,
That's fine.
oh.
That's fine. I'll just turn you
I'll
this
just
way.
turn this whole fucking
There we
bus
go.
around, internet.
There we go. Dude, this entire podcast today has just been so many technical difficulties. I'm like, oh my god.
No, we've been having a great time. And, I think this is one of our
I
best.
think you're the only one who's really stressing here.
I think this podcast is one of the best yet. I think that we're
Kind
doing
of
a great
is,
job
yeah.
today.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
Yeah, and we covered a lot of
That's-
interesting
that's-
subjects, and we didn't.
You're not the one who's operating the OBS right now.
We
who
would have
is
loved
like,
it if you participated in the conversation.
blah blah blah. Here's blah 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 about video games and anime. Blah blah blah. I'm done.
Oh, a lot of ESO this week too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that.
actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you started in on that train yet, Almir?
Nope. I'm
No
playing
progress.
Final Fantasy 14. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I never understand. Like it's always.
I know.
you're
I
always
was like
obsessing over
ESO,
something.
ESO, ESO.
No, you're
ESO.
always obsessing over something, and you just ignore everything else. You just only focus on this one thing. You're like Peter Molyneux. And then when you move on to the new thing, and you just can't stand any of the old stuff.
Hey, I said damn it, Nara a couple of times. Actually, no, I think I said good job, Nara.
I'm
Never
just
mind.
ignoring the idiot in the chat who keeps sexually harassing me. Sorry, human being who doesn't exist. I'm busy talking with the slash chatters.
So are they.
Mhm.
But no, yeah, ESO is now a thing. It just went free to play.
Yep.
No, it
And
didn't. It went subscription free.
And
It went
Buy to
buy
play.
to
You have
play.
to buy the game.
And I have been playing some Secret World too. I'm actually going to buy a new character slot on there to replay a lot of the older stuff, just because I've forgotten it. So it'll be like playing it the first time again. It'll be fun.
you
ESO, I
guys are
started.
using your old characters.
Yeah, all my
Or
old
you
stuff's
starting-
still on there. I want to play through the storyline quest again, as it is now, as opposed to before. I played through all the storyline quest, and then they added a whole bunch of stuff, and then I played through it. And so I'm kind of lost as to where I'm at. So it'd be nice just to replay through it. Now I've got one character that's got like 99% of the skill wheel done on Secret World, because I have no life.
Hopefully, maybe I'll get some time to. If this new job lets me get a better schedule, then maybe I'll be able to organize some time to actually get invested in a game like that demands a lot of time.
Oh, and Josh, on your faction that you're currently playing on, there is an Imperial that I can play that is one of the Death Knight things.
Dragon Knight. Yeah.
Dragon Knight, thank you. And there is a Hongo Khajiit with a very familiar name.
Jesus Christ.
Who is
this
in
fucker.
I love it when Jeremy starts talking about the Khajiit. I love it.
Khajiit's hilarious.
I know. Mike the liar.
So we need to do some streaming in character.
Totally.
You as Tog and
In character. Oh,
See,
this is gonna be
You
good.
do realize if we do this, not only can this happen, I can probably just record this, stream or not, and then it could live forever on YouTube.
Sounds good to me.
That would be cool.
One has much fun.
Yep.
And that one is eating apple.
Oh.
I want an apple. Oh, looks good.
Trying to get you involved in the conversation, but it's not working, so.
Now she look like llama.
Okay. Have you ever seen a llama kiss a llama on a llama? Fuzzy llama, funny llama, 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 duck. I was once a treehouse. I lived in a cake, but I saw the never. I still remember that whole damn thing.
I'm still
Um,
fuming.
Gabi, yes, you should pick up ESO. You should absolutely
It's
pick
fun.
up ESO.
It
It is.
really is. It's a very pretty game now that I can actually see everything on it.
It's way better than it was at release. I
Yeah.
would definitely say that. It did have a lot of problems at release.
Mhm.
Almost all of those have since been resolved. Now it's pretty much a fun action MMO style thing. It's not the typical World of Warcraft / whatever else. Click on something, then push your number keys to make things happen to that.
Yeah.
So you run
have
up
to
and hit
actively
stuff,
move around.
and it's fun.
That's why I like ESO and Secret World, because you have to actively move during combat. It's not World of Warcraft where if I moved it, screwed something up. But, so we don't have that long left. We should probably wrap this shit up. I'm Jeremy. I don't exist on social media for right now. There'll probably be videos and stuff up soon. Training, Secret World, ESO, stuff for the gym.
Things and stuff.
Nara said you should take a shower so you don't fall to the gaseous fumes and make your
Nara.
bastard pass out.
Nara, you're in very real danger of becoming my favorite.
Somebody else do their outro.
Hi, I'm Ray Tug. I do things on the internet with other things. You should watch them. Isn't that weird? No. I have YouTube, which actually, because I had so many subscribers lately, I totally forgot about this in the first part. I have actually been able to upgrade my URL. So if you go to YouTube/C for channel/RayTog, there I are. Haha. In the last week, I did an AVP video, and it was the first thing I'd recorded with OBS. So the audio is a little shoddy, but I figured out how to do it since then. At the beginning of this podcast. Thanks, Albert. But New one will probably be up before the next podcast. So, a lot of fun. I actually was really proud of that last video. It turned out better than I figured it would. And yes, Nara, you do derail it. But so YouTube, I have a stream, Twitch TV/Raytog. Most of it is PS4 stuff for now until I make an overlay, and then it'll probably be some ESO. Although I do have my Drunk Destiny cast happens Friday nights at around midnight. Although with March Madness that might be later this week. But hey, you guys are up late, right? Right. That's it. Twitter too, but I don't look at that. Alex, go.
You can find me. I am the post mesmeric. I'm all over the internet. If you see anyone as Cat Skrillex, it's me. Probably. If you see anyone who is not post mesmeric as Cat Skrillex, they are a liar because I'm Cat Skrillex. I can prove it because I made that image myself. So, but yeah. YouTube channel. I am kind of easing off a lot of the things that are on my YouTube channel for now, just because I'm going to be mostly reserving that for the main productions. Please go visit this YouTube channel that I just posted in chat. That is my friend Matt's channel. That's where him and I do all the Let's Plays. As far as that channel, you're going to see Sonic Boom is going to be wrapping up this week. Not this week. Actually, maybe on Saturday. Last episode is going to be posting very soon once I get back in town. You're going to be seeing more Banjo-Tooie, more Scott Pilgrim, and we are going to be starting a new LP rather soon. And you might see some one-shots. One might be something that Nara likes, because it has big floppy dicks. Can you guess what game it is? It's on Steam.
Is it Mount Your Friends?
Yes.
That game is so freaking weird, man.
Yeah, me and my friend Matt are probably going to do a little bit of a head-to-head matchup in Your Friends.
Actually,
but
I do have one last thing, and I have to thank Alex for it because he alerted us all to that Cyberpunk sale that was happening last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
and there was a random game on there I totally did not expect to be there, and it was like a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old Judge Dredd game that looks like Sega Genesis graphics, but it's the funniest motherfucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So that video is happening.
Really? Wow.
It is happening. You will see it, and you will see Tog administer some justice.
That's it, Pat. You're on the list too. Sorry. You're on the list with Gabi and Nara and
Back to you.
But see on the Twitter, I write stuff for hardcoregamer.com. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on. Oh yeah, I stream on Monday nights, still doing Persona 4. Saturday nights, actually I will be doing Saturday nights. This Saturday, we're still doing the Beyond Good and Evil HD. Once I get this new job, I am probably going to have to reevaluate various streaming schedules, but I will keep everyone posted online about that. And I got a Twitter. I am Cat Skrillex, and I will always.
And Alex just totally did the things again. There we go. You're back to normal now.
Did the things? What's the things?
I did the what?
He did the weird freezy thingy.
Oh.
Everything
He broke
froze.
up. Oh god, it did it again. That's so weird. Just play like Darude in the background. Saying
Okie dokie. And as always, I am Almir Miel, aka Cat, who's currently still aggravated at the whole technical difficulties of tonight. I know it's not my fault, and I know I can't help it, but damn it.
Damn it.
I have a level of, production I want for my streams, and when I can't have it, I get upset. So
Well,
thus I get upset.
I think that your level of production would be finding better, people to host this with you, because this production
Awesome.
we got
on
going
that
on right
note
here.
of things, we have an application for who wants to be on /chat. You
Are
said
you trying to get rid of me?
You fuckers
Are
want
you
production
trying
value.
Cat, are
There
you
you
trying
go.
to get rid of me?
Production value.
Cat, you do realize that, judging by the chat, I am one of the most popular members of this podcast.
Love it.
Your viewer rating will go down if you kick me off. Besides, I was the second member of this, so I'm important in some way. Nara will not come to the chat if I wasn't here. I have a feeling.
I love it.
Okay, on that note of things, though, have a good day, everyone. Thank you for stopping in for episode
Or
40,
night.
41.
Fuck you, Panzer Dick. Fuck you.
Have a good night. This has been our episode.
Thanks for watching.
Until next week, have a good one.
Bye bye.
It's done yet.
Bye-bye.
Bye.